I've been excited for this fight. I've been really excited for this upcoming fight in Austin. UFC Fight Night Austin. In my opinion, we have four heavy hitters on this card. Now, been a lot of change these past 2 weeks. So December 2nd in Austin, we got number 4 versus number 8. Beneil Dariush, number 4, which he just lost his last fight, and I believe he was on a 6-fight win streak before he lost that to Charles Oliveira. That was huge because if he would have won that fight, he could have got probably that fought Islam. Arman Sharuskian, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, homie. This is for the lightweight division. He's number 8. Now he's coming in 20-3, youngster, hungry. So what I really like about this number 4 versus number 8 is you got a guy that just lost to Charles Oliveira. So that's what put Charles Oliveira in a position to go back and get the rematch versus Islam. We all know that Charles got injured, but that's neither here nor there. Beneil was 22-4 at the time. 4 losses, that's really good. But then you get your 5th loss, right? So now you're in a position, and it was a knockout in the first round. So yeah, he was on a 6-fight win streak. Now you're getting put against on the main card on this UFC Fight Night against number 8, someone hungry, someone ready to go in there, someone ready to take that to get in the top 5, 20-3. So if we think about that, that's what you gotta love. You gotta love how there's not a lot of separation when you get into this top 10. You're dealing with guys that are they're just ready to get into that championship fight. That's what they're waiting for. Because if Arman wins this fight against Dariush, that's going to put him in the top 5. Okay, now you're 21-3, right? You're looking really good. You just beat a veteran, a polished veteran who just lost. Beneil does not want 2 losses in a row. He will jump out of the top 10. That's why these fights are so important. Arman doesn't want to lose this fight either because that's going to push him out of the top 10. Coming in next, Jalen Turner versus Bobby Green. Now, everybody's ready for that Dan Hooker fight. Dan Hooker got injured. Jalen Turner steps right in. Number 12 versus number 13. It's going to be explosive. That's what we do know. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Jalen just lost to Dan Hooker. So this is going to be interesting because Jalen needs to get on that win, right? He's number 12 versus number 13. No one wants to drop out of the top 15. Let me just double check. I got the stats up. Yeah, he lost to Dan Hooker, split decision. I remember that fight too because he had Dan Hooker fucking on the ropes in that first round. Dan Hooker's a G. He fucking said, all right, I'm going to weather the storm, and he fought his way back to get that decision win because they had him down for the count. Now, we all know what just happened with Bobby Green. Hey, he said, hey, I'm a gangster, homie. Like, what's up? Where are you at? Because I'm a gangster. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. He said, put me in, coach. Ain't nobody wants to see me. And then Jalen steps in. Yeah, and he just lost to Dan Hooker. So that's why this is going to be another good matchup on this card to really see who can now get into the top 10 conversation. Because neither one of them want to lose, and you know it's going to be explosive. That's why you got to love this. You got to love the guy that just lost to Dan Hooker now has to go redeem himself against Bobby Green, who just beat Grant Dawson, who was undefeated, and everybody had that kid as the guy. You know what I mean? So it's like, I wish I had that soundbite for, hey, I may have the soundbite for, hey, if you want to be a gangster. That's what he said. He goes, hey, if you want to be a gangster, who's going to step up? Here we go. Got it for you.
I want to see a gangster like me.
Hey.
I fought on 10 days notice. I went on 2 weeks notice. I made weight, passed the fuck out. My lungs collapsed and everything on 2 weeks notice.
I want to see who gangster like me, he said. Then you have on the card, not only that, we also have on this card, some heavy hitters. Rob Fount versus Davison, number 8 versus number 2. Sean Brady versus Kevin Galston, number 9 versus number 11. The shit's stacked. UFC Fight Night Austin, I'm there for it. That's why I love this shit. MMA Homie, we out this.